To us Latinos, to us Hispanics, whether you're Mexican American, whether you were born here in the US, to the Mexican nationals, to Puerto Ricans, to all Latinos all over the world, you must understand this is our Super Bowl. This is an event that not one Latino, not one Hispanic is going to miss. This is how important this fight is to us. This is how important this fight is to the fighters. Mexico versus Puerto Rico is like no other event for the Mexican national, for the Puerto Rican living in New York, from Puerto Rico, the island, La Isla del Encanto. This is our Super Bowl. And this is how important this event is. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a man who knows a thing or two about the middleweight division and about making a record 20 defenses. He's a future Hall of Famer, and I'm proud to call him my partner and friend, the great Hopkins.
Trust me, I'm gonna be short. First, I'd like to thank everybody up here, Freddie Roach, Mr. Stern, everybody up here, my friends, Suleiman, WBC, well-respected, first title, boxing recognized, and boxing people in the business recognize it, and I respect it, and always will. Bragging rights. Now, we in the sport that we all know, like any sport, you want to be the best and you want to say you're the best, but you want to prove it too. Very few really prove it the way that they talk it. So first of all, I want to thank Cotto and also Canelo, because without them wanting to fight, we've seen this over and over, and we wind up hearing soap operas about why fights don't happen. If the fighters want to fight and they have a control over their life and their destiny and what they want to be and what they want to be recognized at, they'll make the fight, and we have that. So that's a plus not only for their career and their legacy, but it's a plus for boxing. It's a plus for boxing in a lot of ways. Through mainstream sports, mainstream business people that's not in our sport, but watch our sport, for good or bad reasons. So I'm glad to be a part of the middleweight division. At this time, the middleweight division is something, as you know, is dear to me. And it's something that I always tell people, it started from the middleweight division. My foundation, my history, my legacy started from 160. And as Oscar mentioned, you know about the defenses, you know about 12 years, 11 and a half years I reigned as a middleweight champion. And to see that the middleweight division, that I have a extremely biased opinion about, because I respect it so much that I stayed there so long and made the best that I could, and even above that. Thanks, Miguel, thanks, Canelo for giving us this mega fight that's coming up at the end of the year. Now I pay attention to math and I pay attention to the year. And boxing always seemed in the last few years start off real big. Everybody's talking. And then it sort of fades into Never Land sometime at the end of the year in a long time. And for a long time, people asked me back in Philly, where there's a big pay-per-view market there, and viewers that like big fights like this, love it. When the next big fight? Next year? This year, I responded with the October fight, Lemieux and Triple G. And now, this fight coming up Saturday on HBO pay-per-view. I don't know, maybe y'all keep the score. It's been a long time since we had 2 or 3 mega fights, Mr. Suleiman, in 1 year. In 1 year. And they don't have to get a second mortgage to watch these fights. They can buy these fights and be proud that they got a chance to support their countrymen. So thanks again. And you know what? If anyone think that boxing, for some reason, in the last year and a half, because I had to do so many interviews, that boxing is somehow forgotten about, this is why boxing is not forgotten about and never will. Thank you.